Rumi once said, "The one that I love is everywhere." And when I heard that for the first time, it really touched me. What does that mean, the one that I love is everywhere? It's almost like the one that I love is in the wind and just everywhere. It took me years and years and years, decades, to really evolve what I understood love to mean. What is love? What is this thing? Is it a feeling? Is it an emotion? Is it a gift? Does it come from just that one person? Are we predestined to love a certain person? Do we deserve love? Is love something that we give to others? Is love something we feel, or is love something we do? It was really only after listening to Rumi and other teachers and poets who have experienced a spiritual awakening, who have experienced a shift, who have contacted their higher self, who have sought the answer to what is spirit, what is God, what is life, as well as the answer to what is love. It's only after a lot of time spent in their field of presence, that I grew to understand that love is all that there is. Okay, let's start with love is all that there is. This is consciousness. This is all of life, consciousness. We can call this God. We can call it the creator. We can call it spirit, the divine. Let's call it consciousness. It is Shiva. It is every single thing that is. It is the whole universe, the multiverse, right? And within this play, within this canvas, life occurs. Consciousness takes the form of energy. Energy takes the form of matter, water, fire, air, and solidness. And it dances upon this canvas and it paints paintings for us that we call life. And what happens is you are born and you have a body. So your body takes a certain shape. And as you grow, and as a baby, you explore your body, you realize, wait, I'm a body, I'm a body, I'm a body, I'm a body. And you become a body. Then maybe there's some fear. Maybe you hurt yourself one day, so now you're afraid of falling. So you develop a strong awareness of your body. You're hungry one day. As you evolve, you learn, wait, maybe I won't get food. Maybe the food I get, I won't like. So you become very concerned with taking care of this body. And then you realize that this body interacts with other people. This body has a name. This body has an address. This body has a mother. It has a father. It has family. This is what you look like, what the world looks like, what your world looks like by the age of 5 or 6 or 7. All of a sudden, there are things that you like and things that you don't like. There are people that you like and people that you don't like. There are others. There is another body. As you grow in age, as you get from the age of 7 to 16, you put up another set of, this is what I look like, this is what I like, this is what I believe, this is what I prefer, this is what I want. Then you get into adulthood, this is what I do, this is where I live, this is my career, this is my education, this is my family, this is my home, this is my car, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. And your sense of self becomes very, very clearly defined. And you begin to believe the illusion that this is you. You also believe the illusion that this collection of borders is another person. You believe that this is a thing, that this is your bank account, that this big one here is the government, that this here is your house. Every single thing in your consciousness, because of the way your human consciousness is, becomes defined by its edges. It's like saying, my being is defined by my clothing. Or what it really is like saying that space You forget that space exists the minute a cup shows up, and all you can do is see the cup, and you can't see the space. You can just see the cup. So my problem in life became when this line became so very dark and so very thick that I could not interact with anyone else. I could not bond with anyone else. I could not truly connect with anyone else. And I knew in the darkest part of my depression, in the middle of my marriage, that I needed to understand what is love and how do I love. It was a really long journey, but let me give you the cliff notes. Love is the experience of our shared being. To quote Rupert Spira, an excellent teacher who explains this really well. Or to quote the Bible, God is love. Those two things mean the same thing. Our shared being, who we are before we're anything else, our shared being, the canvas upon which we draw our borders, is love. God, the thing that created us all, the thing of which we are all made, the substance that is within us all, God is love. What Rupert Spira and any other spiritual teacher really explains is that love is the experience of our shared being. So right now, my being is shared with my neighbor and my friend, my job, my government, an object, a table, whatever there is on this canvas is made of canvas. Whatever is projected on the screen is projected on the screen, right? We're all made of the same substance. So we all have God or this canvas as our being. But right now, my experience is that this is me. This thick, well-defined line is me. The experience of our shared being is when, after a while, you'll see, let's say in a romantic relationship, in a couple, you'll find two people where their borders are starting to dissolve. They're starting to become dotted lines. They're starting to feel the oneness of their being. That occurs in, conversation, the act of falling in love. Conversation, getting to know each other, getting to trust each other, sharing, being open with each other. That dissolves the dotted line. But what if you can dissolve the dotted line entirely? What if we could become just vague outlines of people? What if everything that I call myself, my identity, my egoic identity, who I am, what I believe in, how I am, what if all of that became so faint that eventually I was just a few dots and you were just a few dots, and we realized that the dots are not the primary part of ourselves. The dots are just highlights. They're not really the essence of what we are. What we are is a space here. And this space is shared. So the experience of our shared being is love. You have to excuse my low budget diagrams here. God is love. Everything that is love. The one that I love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. So love is not directional. It's not I love you. And love is not destined. You are my soulmate and you are the one that I am meant to love. Love is not temporal. I love you now. I began loving you then and I stopped loving you here. Love is not finite. There's no I love you a little or I love you a lot. Love isn't even a feeling, an emotion. Love isn't the hormones. It isn't the sexual attraction. It isn't even the fondness. Love is the removal of otherness. Love is the dissolution of our borders. There is no separation in love. And that is why love cannot be jealous. Love cannot be envious. Love cannot keep any records of wrong. You cannot have someone wrong you if there isn't another one. As you evolve in your spiritual awakening journey, your borders dissolve and everything becomes love. And love is no longer an event that occurs to you. It is not something that you grasp for. It is something that you become. It is a certain way. It is a perspective and it is an experience. And it happens because you understand who you are, you understand how you are, and you understand everyone else in this play alongside you. And you cannot hate them or resent them, harm them. You cannot keep them away, and you cannot wish well for only you and not for them. As your borders dissolve, your sense of I expands. So you no longer say, I want happiness, and think of this human being wants happiness. You say, the entire page, I want happiness. And it's no longer, I want peace, or I want to win, or I want to be the best. Your prayers cannot be for yourself alone, your individual separate self, because that is no longer who you perceive yourself to be, and it is no longer what you pray for or the place from which you pray. This is the beauty of the spiritual journey. How can you be alone when you and everyone are one thing? How can you be unloved when love is the nature of your being? How can you feel disconnected when there is no border and all there is connection? The spiritual journey, the awakening process, starts with depression. And it leads you to feeling alone. But just hold on. Pray to your spirit. Surrender. And wait for the metamorphosis to occur. Because at the end of the journey, all there is love. The one that you love will be everywhere. But you must go through that metamorphosis. When a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, two very different creatures who experience life in two very different ways. The caterpillar must go through the cocooning phase. In that cocoon, the caterpillar is broken down. Its body is broken down. Here's something that blew my mind when I did entomology. Every single piece of flesh and tissue is broken down. Every single cell is broken down. Every single molecule is broken down. Even the caterpillar's DNA is broken down. The code that made it is broken down. And when it is nothing more than energy, it reforms, rebuilds itself up with a new code, a new DNA, rebuilds new tissue and new organs and a new body, and emerges as a butterfly. And the life experience of a butterfly cannot even be explained to a caterpillar. But the caterpillar has to go through that terrifying cocooning phase in order to emerge as love itself. So I'm just here to say, hold on. It's beautiful on the other side. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.